about 5 degrees, I think. And I found out something else about Wagga. They have different coloured street signs to reflect the different suburbs in the area. I'll show you about that later. Our walk this morning is in Lloyd Park, and at the top of the hill I should have some amazing views. Do you see these things? These are apparently called squirrel gliders. They glide, fly, they glide or jump from one. They jump from one to the other, to the other. They glide. Squirrel gliders. There you go.
So this is quite a significant hill if you've not noticed.
I have.
It's part of the Wiradjuri Trail, and it's very hard to get up on a bike. It's hard to get up on your feet as well.
Oh. We're going to go right. By our puffing, you can tell that Lloyd's Park has a variety of walkways with choices suitable for all fitness levels. The walk gets you away from the city and has some pleasant views. Place to park your mountain bike. I don't know if you can see the squirrel gliders, but they go all the way. There's some more there. And I believe takes them to a place called Kapooka. Oh wow. It's cold, it's also refreshing. That bump on the camera, that bump on the horizon, I'm not sure if you can see over there. That's called the Rock. The views are worth the effort. Look at that, stunning. Do you see the kangaroos? Look like meerkats with their heads popping up looking.
Like... And then they've got those little white marks on their ears.
Oh, that's cute. A nice pretty pink. I wonder what that's called. Kapooka. That's the name of the army base. There's a few hills on this walk. There are a few galahs in this tree, known for their distinctive rose pink and grey colour. I've dropped a glove. That was lucky. We're nearly back to where we started now. So we're back now at the path with the squirrel glides, and I'm going to show you the squirrel bridge. Right, the squirrel bridge. So they have their own road crossing. So apparently the squirrels run across the bridge to there, and they walk the rope into the trees, and then from there they can do whatever they like. There's a few interesting big rocks here. And there's the bright green Jeep, which, by the way, is working perfectly well today. Whew. Right now I'm at the top of one of Wagga's highest hills, known for its views, litter, and apparently lots of teenagers hang out here. There is this rubbish everywhere. God, this is gross. There's so much rubbish, it's unbelievable. Maybe this is a memorial to somebody? I get a feeling that that's a memorial too, and there's a big large rock. This road was named to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the discovery and exploration of the east coast of Australia by Captain James Cook. Well, I wouldn't think this is a really good hill for views because you can't see anything. There's lots of trees and the rubbish is pretty gross. However, this is, though, one of the highest hills in Wagga. Just down the other side of where I've just been, there is some better views. Oh look, they will. We've come for a drive to have a look at Kapooka Army Barracks. Blamey Barracks is the home of the 1st Battalion, where all soldiers come here to train. I wonder if they do training in that. When it's raining and wet, I'm sure there's water there, you know, commando crawl or something. This sign displays the layout of the base. Now that looks like rather a large gun. Elevate or depress to travel lock position. Lots of wide open, quiet spaces, of course. It's time to head back to the car now. There's a couple more things I need to do before I fly out today. And you can see the vehicle camouflaged behind the tree. Not really, it stands out like The proverbial. I saw these signs coming in. I like these. This is one of the lakes in Wagga, Lake Albert. Sometimes this lake can look a bit muddy. Today though, it's stunning. There's something about a lake or water, isn't it, that's just quiet, calm and peaceful. Here's a sign. Here's a sign that sounds kind of ominous, isn't it? Here's a sign. Swampy Plains. The swampy plain in the old days seldom had more than a foot or two of water in it.
So this was a man-made lake. They actually dug a hole and filled it with water.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Is it even interesting? It's a memory to someone called Neil Robertson, a member of the South Wagga Apex Club.
Died in 1990. I think it's kind of funny as well that they've got this picture.
This could be a piece of art, tree trunk art. Lake Albert Walkway is a flat sealed track that circles around Lake Albert. It's fantastic for walking, running and cycling and for people of all fitness levels. Each one of these poles is donated by a family member from the community. Around the lake there are also fitness stations, water stations and picnic areas. Someone's happy place, maybe? What's this sign? Wiradjuri walking track, Lake Albert. As my friend said before, Lake Albert's an artificial lake filled by water diverted from Crooked Creek and Stringy Bark Creek. Now, I've done a bit of walking in the last few days. How many steps have I done? The first day I was here I did about 20,000 steps. Yesterday I did about 19,000 steps, and today so far I've done over 10,000 steps. Mid-50s travel, staying fit and healthy. Hopefully the steps burnt off the rhubarb cake yesterday and the Chico roll last night. Water hens, or in New Zealand language otherwise known as pukekos. So this trip was to see a friend that I knew a long time ago. I used to teach Pilates classes, so for more than 2 years we saw each other every week. We both now live in Australia, of course. She's in Wagga Wagga and I'm on Sunshine Coast. Her career's been animal welfare, so I've had a great insight to more natural things on this trip. They have different coloured street signs to reflect the different suburbs in the area. We are now at the RAAF base, which is responsible for delivering Air Force recruit training, as well as technical and non-technical initial and post-war air employment training to both airwomen and airmen. Yeah, people doesn't sound quite the same, does it? Wagga, as it's known, was settled in the 1830s and became a town in 1849. The city is home to the Kapooka Army Recruit Training Base and the Royal Australian Air Force Base. Oh look, I found some mural art. So Wagga's Air Force Base is also known as the home of the Airmen, where everyone who trains to enter the Air Force comes here. The Canberra was a British first-generation jet-powered medium tactical bomber. There is an amazing outdoor museum here. And this is the Meteor, also known as the A-77, the only Allied jet aircraft in combat during World War II. Almost 4,000 were produced. And this one is the, I don't know how to say that, Mackie. In the 1960s, the RAAF were looking for a replacement jet trainer for their Vampires and Wind Eels in an attempt to establish an all-jet form of pilot training. Over here, F111C. Fondly remembered by Australians of all ages for its dump and burn routine at air shows and public events. And this one is the Mirage, held in high regard by those who flew it and affectionately known as Miracle or French Lady. The aircraft on display was flown on the 18th of December 1968, but was not accepted by the RAAF until 22nd of August 1973 due to developmental difficulties with the whole F111 program. I'll have a look inside there later. Over here, it looks to be a memorial of sorts. Dedicated to the memory of those who lost their lives during World War II, having served at RAA bases in the Riverina. In late 1939, an agreement was made between the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia and New Zealand to establish schools teaching a standardised syllabus to train Air Force personnel. I know that place now, Narandera. This is a replica of the chapel built at the RAAF base in Kumuli Creek near Darwin. I might have a few minutes to look at this museum. Wow, there's quite a lot here. I love how this is all blue. The RAAF, out of balance to all male personnel. If you are on Wagga, this is worth checking out. Thank you for watching. If you like the videos, please remember to like and subscribe. See you soon.